Hi everyone and welcome to another edition of this week's newsletter with myself, Laurence. This lesson actually came on the back of giving this chap one of our incentives this month, the MOT. So seeing certain ball flights, seeing certain strikes, this ends up being a lesson after just generally checking over how everything was going in the lead up to the season. So image on the left-hand side, I've already drawn a line here just to indicate swing plane. So what this player felt like, he was coming over the top of the goal ball. And we can clearly see this was evident on the way down, where generalised players would like to see the club head working more sort of underneath the line. So for the left-hander here, just seeing the club head just appear just slightly right and underneath this line. Hands will always pitch a little bit higher in at impact just because we're standing a bit taller. But we can see with head shape here and sort of upper body region, it was all just starting to get a little bit cramped. So over here on the right-hand side, we just started to discuss things where I wanted the club a little bit more set in the backswing. So meaning more of a setting pose compared to over here. I felt the club here was still set in a nice way, but it was more the arms setting the club rather than the wrists. So it was understanding from here that on the back of a better posture and head shape, you can see here before we start to turn and let that club go up. Head shape looks far less strained than sort of being tucked down here and underneath. So there's almost like too much look at the golf ball. The image on the right allows this person to have more room. From here, it was a case of, you'll see me step away in a moment. But from here, just getting the club into a position where, for this player being a lefty, the right arm was sort of stretching a little bit more across the chest. Whereas over here, on the left-hand side, it was just starting to go a bit higher, so it was sort of stopping the rotation side of things. He could then pull the club back on the same line and then start to rotate through better here and actually start to release. He felt that he was coming more over the top, which was clearly being demonstrated over here a little bit. So by the time he started to initiate a few feels himself, and again, I think there's one more swing before he initiates this. No, this is going to be the actual swing. You'll now see, if I draw a corresponding line, oops, if I just do a line here rather than a circle. Oops, let's just do that a bit better. There we go. What you'll see here on the way down is the hands of the club going a little bit more underplaying. Now we're getting into a better phasing pattern here. Look where the club head is in relation to the yellow line now. It's just underneath. And by being more underneath, the player can work the club on a better path. You'll see just past the hitting area, the hands now are starting to arc around the hip area, so loads of space. Versus the one over here, almost like far too much space, the hands are going too far away. So really good work from this player, aiding rotation, more space. You can see the head space here, and a much better rotation from the top part of the body. So if you're looking to get your games in shape, ready for the season, please contact myself. It's not just right-handers I teach left-handers also. So please get in contact. Thanks.